I told my husband no kids ever, he agreed, but now a DNA test made him a dad and he spends every free minute with his son, so while he's planning half custody I'm planning divorce papers because apparently our vows came with a kid-sized loophole. Posted by you/throwaway483848382. My husband and I have been married for 2 years. About 6 months ago, a one-night stand of his called him and told him about their son. After a DNA test, my husband is confirmed as the father. The kid is 5, and we've been together for 4 years, so it's not like he cheated. He agreed to meet his son, and they have hit it off well. They have been spending a lot of time together, and the mother is happy to let her son connect with his dad. But the problem is, we both agreed to a child-free life. Neither of us wanted kids. He even got a vasectomy, and I got my tubes tied. We had a talk about this, and he says it's his responsibility to take care of his kid, and he says that he hopes I can support him, but I don't want a stepmom's life. This may be cruel of me, but I can't stand children. My husband knew this about me. I don't dare to force my husband to choose me or his kid, but this isn't the life I agreed to. I haven't told my husband yet, but I'm already talking to a lawyer. I don't know, I just don't know what to do here. Am I the jerk? Relevant comments. Commenter 1, no, but what did you expect to happen when he found out he had a kid? Were you expecting him to be a deadbeat dad? Let this man go. Ops response, I don't know what I expected, but I wanted to at least try to acclimate to this, but I can't. Commenter 2, child-free here. Circumstances have changed. Even though he didn't want to be a father, he is now one. If you don't want to be married to a father and be a stepmom, you can either live separately for 13 years or divorce. Just know your husband will not be able to be as available, and his finances and plans, college, milestones, will always include his son now. I feel bad for both of you. I wish you the best with whatever you decide. Ops response, I'm aware. He's been so busy lately that we rarely get time to even talk now. Commenter 3, you do what's best for you, but good for your husband for stepping up and acting like a man. Don't forget he will also be paying child support, so you better file soon or it might affect your divorce. Ops response, if you're talking about alimony or assets, don't worry. We don't own a house, we rent currently. We were gonna buy a house, but this happened. Any other assets would be easily divided, and I make about the same as him. I don't need alimony. Op on if she has a relationship with her husband's son. Me and the boy, I guess you can say we get along okay. I feel like he can sense my discomfort with the situation, which I try to ease. I have tried to welcome him into our house, but honestly, he's more excited to hang with his dad. The baby mother doesn't seem to like me much. She's not outright hostile, but she tends to ignore me and always seems to be guarded around me. She hadn't reached out because she never caught my husband's full name, until recently, when she found him on social media by chance. They haven't gone to court to officially hash out child support terms, but my husband is paying for a lot of the kids' needs right now. Baby mama doesn't seem to be in dire need of money, as I think she comes from a rich family. Update 1, 6 days later. So I had a talk with my husband. To clear a few things. My husband wants to spend as much time with his son as possible. He even mentioned wanting half custody, and have him live with us. So it's not like he wants to spend a day or two with him. He wants to be as close to a full-time parent as he possibly can. Yes, our vows included being child-free. It wasn't in the wedding speech, but we had several long conversations about kids. This was something we promised each other, so yes. Being child-free was part of our vows. I don't like children and I don't want to have anything to do with raising children, but it's not like I yell at every kid I see. I guess you can say I hate the responsibility of raising a child, as opposed to hating children themselves. Yes, I would stay with my husband if he got in an accident and became disabled. See, I love and adore my husband, and I'm willing to work for him, but only for him. Adding a whole other person to our lives is different. I can't love his kid. I can't be a good stepmom. I love my husband, but I don't love his kid. Now, back to my husband. He almost blew me off again because he was tired from working and spending time with his son. But I insisted, and I told him I don't want to live like this. We talked, and he said he can't leave his kid, and that is the one thing he can't compromise on. He said he's going to see him as much as he can, and he said that he needs to prioritize his kid's well-being over anything else, our relationship included. I told him I don't want to live like that. He said he won't budge on this. We both agreed that we should separate for a while. Neither of us straight up mentioned divorce, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed. I feel empty, angry, and frustrated. I know my husband isn't at fault, I know the kid isn't at fault, but my life is just changing so much. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, I hate to say this, but this isn't a compromisable situation. He wants the kid. You don't. Why are you dragging this out? Go ahead and make it a clean break so you both can move on. I'm sorry that it's come to this, but as you said, it's nobody's fault. It's just one of those curveballs that life throws at us. My condolences on the situation you're in. Best wishes with whatever you decide to do. Op's response: logically speaking, I know you're right. I guess I'm just trying to rack my brain to see if there's anything at all where me, him, and the kid are all happy. Op on how the child's mother found her husband. She claims she never could find him. They didn't exchange numbers or last names. She only found him by chance thanks to Instagram. Commenter 2: I can't see a solution for this. You probably need to end it before you both become too bitter about it. End on a note that allows you both to remain friends. Good luck. Update 2 weeks later. It's official. We're getting divorced. I wasn't even the one who mentioned it, my husband is the one who said it. He said that if I can't be supportive and caring towards his son, then we can't be together. I had already moved out, and while part of me was hoping for some way to make it work, I think I knew this was inevitable. So it's official. I'm losing my husband. And he's gonna go on to be a father. Honestly, as long as I get my car and the money in my bank account, which I earned myself, we have separate accounts, I'm not gonna fight him. I'm willing to let him have anything in our old place. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do now. Besides going through the divorce proceedings. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do now. All my life was gonna include my husband. Now he's gone. Relevant comments. Op on who gets the house once the divorce is finalized. We rented, we were planning to buy one, but then this whole thing started. Commenter 1: The real jerk is the woman that didn't tell him he had a kid 5 years ago, before you guys got married. Going your separate ways is best, wishing all the best for you with your healing and future. I'm sure you'll find love again. Commenter 2: Wow honey, things will get better, life is taking you on separate paths but neither of you is to blame. Give yourself time to mourn your relationship and heal. You know what you want from life and with time you will find someone who shares that. Best wishes. Commenter 3: I don't think Op is the jerk. Everyone has their own opinions and boundaries. Op and husband had mutually decided to not have kids. The husband's heart melted when he saw his son. Good for him. But Op not wanting to do anything with it is equally okay. Op knows that she doesn't want kids because she can't take care of them. She's better than half of the people out there who have kids and then abandon them physically and emotionally. She's got her priorities, one of which was her husband, who is leaving her because now his son is his priority. Again, not a bad thing. All I'm saying is she has her priorities, he has his. Just because Op's priorities are distasteful to a lot of you doesn't mean she's the jerk. Both of them are doing things which they think works the best for them. Update 3, 11.5 months later. It's been a year since all of this started. I never thought I'd be divorced a year and some weeks ago. I only remembered this post because apparently it was my cake day a few days ago. I have kept lightly in touch with my ex-husband. There's no bad blood between us. But I don't think I could move on if I stayed close to him. We didn't divorce because we didn't love each other after all. As far as I know, my ex-husband and the mother of his child aren't together. I won't lie, I was kind of expecting them to end up together. I still kind of am, to be honest. But my ex-husband has apparently been a good dad to his son. At least as far as I know. I've been dating around recently, but nothing is sticking. Yeah, the big deal breaker is me not wanting kids. I've told some guys about why I divorced and they were very understanding. I got my own place again, and I'm doing well financially. I never needed my ex-husband to take care of me. Despite my lack of success in dating, I'm feeling good, to be honest. I mourn that my marriage has ended, and I will always enjoy the memories. This was for the best for everyone, to be honest. Relevant comments. Commenter 1: I'm sorry, but why did you expect for him to get with a woman who lied about having his son for 5 years? Op's response: she didn't lie. She genuinely couldn't find him. My ex-husband admitted they never exchanged information. How was she supposed to find him? But honestly, I guess I have a bit of a movie brain going on. I was the evil stepmother who couldn't stand children. She was the single mom who finally found the dad. I was finally gone. If this were a movie, they'd end up together. I mean, if it happens, good for them and the kid. Commenter 2: This is about the most nobody is the jerk thread I have ever seen. Both parties acted responsibly and maturely, and acted with compassion. I'm sorry that Op's marriage ended, but it ended far more cleanly than it would have if she had not been true to herself and had ended up resenting her husband and, even worse, her stepson. This was not a great situation, but this was the best possible outcome. Commenter 3: That's so hard, but it sounds like you both did the right thing. Wishing you and him the best. Commenter 4: I doubt they'll get together. No matter how happy he is with his son and getting to know the kid, it's still 6 to 7 years he's missed out on. It's still a life he built up with you that's now gone, and she, fairly or unfairly, I don't know why it took her 6 years to reach out, is the face of all that turmoil and pain. Maybe they will get together for some reason, you know them better than I, but it just seems like a bit of a melodramatic doomsday saying. It was a one-night stand, so no deep, emotional connection, 7 years ago, and a lot of life changes and broken dreams and new ones in between.